The temperatures outside routinely topping 100 degrees, but we are inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. That sound of the big red siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. Off we go from Glendale. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Cody Simon in on the stop.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Purdy. He's going to air this one out. He will go all the way. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. 49ers. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He's got it, and the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Cardinals nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. They're going to be let out by their veteran signal caller out of NC State. It'll be Brissett.
Whenever he comes in the game, you know exactly what you're going to get. He may not be one of the ultra-talented superstars or anything like that at the quarterback position, but he's a reliable presence in the huddle. He brings a lot of stability to this role, and he is capable of doing his job well and more than giving your team a fighting chance.
Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run. It's Amari DiMercato. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He's got his man. It's Harrison. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
We're set now on 1st down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both.
Here's 2nd and 3. McBride is the motion man. On the RPO, it's a throw, and it's Higgins. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. He'll get that complete to Harrison. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today.
Still 3rd down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Now Brissett will get this out to the left flat. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down, a hump, and it's 4th down.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Arizona field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's 7-3.
Cardinals 3.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. 49ers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
30 now on 2nd down. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, 49ers.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Now, players shaken up after that play, and it's Brock Purdy who needs some assistance. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second and 10. Tight end, the motion man to the right. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage. And
great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
It is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Niners first down.
A gain of 12. And a 49er first down.
Pick it up.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Space to run inside the 20. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. Big time play by McCaffrey. 32 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Let the fullback try to power it home. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers extend their advantage to 14-3.
Cardinals 3.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready for their second possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another
a gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
43-yard line.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
6-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's a run with their tight end. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
At the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. That's quickly out to Harrison. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. The Niners have the early advantage. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they go to work on 1st and goal.
Play like you mean it. Let's make something happen. Come on, big play.
Here's a run. And a short pickup down inside the 10.
Bernardo Green on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now here's 2nd and goal. the shotgun. It's Brissett. He'll step up and run, and he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
4 yards on the pickup.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. Let's see what happens on 3rd and goal. Brissett will set up the screen to DeMercado.
Brissett's pass. Complete.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Chad Ryland
So on 4th
for the
down,
field
out
goal.
comes Chad Ryland for the
20-yard
Arizona field goal. He is 2 for Dick, is good.
Makes the score
And the Cardinals cut the lead to 4.
Cardinals 6.
It's 10-6.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Chad Ryland
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Garrett Williams on the stop. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jones. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. This returnable from inside his own 40. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun is Brissett. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with, how well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
3rd and a yard. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues.
Still 3rd down.
So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Throw it. Brissett. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
10 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, DeMercado. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
To throw is Brissett, who outs another catch for his favorite target. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
He locates the big tight end, DeGuara. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
To the air again is Brissett. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's an Arizona first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
16-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Brissett gonna throw. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
Complete to Elijah Higgins. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now it's Brissett. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Brissett on
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on third down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the first down.
So, on fourth down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cardinals are back within 5.
Cardinals 9.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. To throw is Jones. That's to the tight end, Tonjes. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Shotgun now for Jones. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and 1. Jones. That's taken in by Jennings. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now, Jones. Now, he'll air one out. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Jacoby Brissett getting set for their next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here.
In them deep.
To throw, it's Brissett on 1st and 10. Now he takes off. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down.
That's good.
The drive continues.
Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Brissett. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
He'll step up and run this. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Set to go now on first and 10. Now, Brissett. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
10 yards.
It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
First and 10.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's second down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Throwing again, Brissett. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. But a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now. Brissett gonna throw again. He'll try to run for it.
Jacoby Brissett on the scramble. Alfred Collins on the stop. A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
And we're gonna get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So, on fourth down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cards offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2, and we'll start this drive with 1st and 10. The bootleg, here's Brissett. Throw here down the field, will fall, incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore, but this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
On the return, it's Moore. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The 49ers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Here is Jennings. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. 1st down, 49ers.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. 1st catch, 1st touch. Here as we start the second half.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes third down.
Pick up on the play. And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He's got his man, completes a Pearsall. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
49er.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the 49ers will extend their third quarter lead.
Cardinals 12.
So Piñeiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cardinals offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. The struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
They'll go play action here with Brissett. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 36 yards.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get 18 on that one. It's an Arizona first down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. Keeping it in the air, here's Brissett. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Third and 10. Operating from the gun is Brissett. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
So, on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. That one is good. And the Cardinals will cut the deficit down to 2.
Cardinals 15.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
19 yards.
It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's good for a Niners first
Gain of
down.
19 yards.
Throwing with anticipation,
San
it not only
Francisco.
requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
Johnson there on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cardinals' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. This one complete to Bourne. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another
2nd time they've
49er
connected on the
first
drive,
down.
and this one goes for
It's a gain
17
of
yards.
17 yards.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On first down, it's Robinson. That's a nice job, something out of nothing, sidestepping defenders for a gain of 4.
Graham Taylor Emerson on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Walter Nolan in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. Open man there, it is Bourne. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on and try a field goal now. This one from 39 yards out. So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So, here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Jacoby Brissett getting set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He'll run. It's DeMarcado. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. a pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Brissett. He'll set up the screen to DeMarcado. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch. And even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. Drive will start on the ground. And it'll be forced out of bounds. Just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Here comes the jet sweep.
Jalen Thompson on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and
1. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he is going to have the 49ers first down. He gets 5 and needed only a yard.
First down.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. 4th quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds.
At their own 15-yard
Here's
line.
Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinal offense heading back out onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. able to fight through one tackle here, pick up about 3.
Brought down at the
Second down
18-yard
coming up.
line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Throw it. Brissett. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
3rd down and 7.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught, and the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Luke Gifford on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards.
You know, it's really
to go.
surprising to see him, of all people, let that one go. You just don't see him drop many balls. I mean, really, regardless of the circumstance. So, yes, there was contact. Yes, they timed it up perfectly, but typically that's a ball he's able to hold on to.
And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Now a run on 1st down. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
It's so easy for us up here in the booth, Mike, to say, hey, that's the wrong read. He's got to pull that and take it to the outside. But I promise you, it happens so fast, and these defensive players have gotten so good at giving false indicators. Sometimes it's hard for the quarterback to know, should I give it or should I pull it?
Brissett. Quick slash into the hands of Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
He'll step up and run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run. He'll try the left side now.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
On the ground, DeMercado. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Brissett gonna throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he's gonna be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Here is Brissett. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So out is Chad Ryland in a big spot here. This to get back within a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw, Purdy, finding his tight end, Farrell. Oh, yeah. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Throwing is Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 11 yards on the pass there. 1st down, 49ers. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on top.
Still second down.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. The run game not helping him out those last two plays, thus 3rd and 16. So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right, but they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.